Welcome to the Cool Stuff channel with Jimmy. Please like and subscribe if you want me to keep taking my precious time to make these videos.
The SEMA 2020.
Like fireball.
All right, Lamar, Gigolo.
I hang on.
Too late.
All right, tonight's a real special night because we got the 1964 Ford Galaxie, and you get to pick what paint scheme this vehicle is going to be. We're going to go based off of YouTube feedback, and we are going to provide a strong recommendation to the owner of this car, and he's telling us he's going to go with it. So
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
But
We-
he might change his mind.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Now let me talk down to earth with everybody out there. You guys have given me so much crap for my cars that I've posted about body colors and choices. For example, my 66 Belvedere. Somebody commented on it, and it was something like, you know, oh, I wouldn't have done the bumpers like that, man. Or I wouldn't have blacked everything out, man. Well, guess what? Now's your choice. You know, open your big mouth and tell us what you would do to this car. Now, the choices that are laid out right now are as follows. The owner of the car is trying to decide if he wants to put the trim on the car or not. That's question one. Question two.
And when he says all the trim, we're talking all down the side,
Yep.
along here,
Along the back.
Obviously, you're still gonna have to have your window trim.
Yep.
No drip rail, but
Yep.
you're still gonna have to have some trim.
Yes. Now, what he wants to do is take all this trim, this beautiful Ford
Everything
1964 beautiful trim, and he wants to bring it to a powder coater and have him do it like a gloss black or a black chrome. Everything. That's what he wants to do. And then he wants to paint the car a very dark gray metallic, probably a little lighter than this fender. And so he's looking at like a dark gray with a gloss black trim. We aren't really liking that. All right. Now, what Lamar likes here is a light primer gray. He describes it as a battleship gray. I describe it as almost a primer gray, like the Dodge Hellcats have, right? All right. And then he's suggesting all the trim on the car with gloss black. So it's a light gray, non-metallic gray. It's a gloss gray with a gloss black trim, and he wants all the trim on the car. That's what Lamar wants. And bumpers would be.
Bumpers would that could vary. They could be body color or they could be black.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure on that. I would probably go black.
Okay. My thought is, and by the way, you can comment on the interior. All right. What would you do on the interior? Give us your thoughts. My thought is, check out how cool this is. All right. The black with the dark red pinstripe and a couple, chrome bits, right? Carry that theme to the outside of the car. But we're going to remove all this trim.
Fill the holes.
Fill all the holes down the whole car. We're going to do a custom pinstripe from here. We're going to come all the way back. See this character line in the door? See how it bubbles and flares out, but then it tapers down? We're going to carry it all the way back here, terminate the pinstripe right here, and then you're going to have just this nice, big, giant, gloss black quarter. And
or whatever color it ends up being.
Whatever color it winds up being. And then we're going to pinstripe the Galaxie 500 in here in that same red. And you've got just this really cool, classic, car. And, I know Lamar doesn't want to hear this, but it's a gloss black exterior.
And I don't want to get into gloss black here, I want to keep the body simple,
Yeah. So, that's where I'm at on the car. But that's not the purpose for us to give you our opinions. We want to know, we got this car, and let's just do a real quick recap of the car. 64 Fairlane. Or Galaxie. And we've got a Caltrax rear end in the car.
Yep,
with a 9-inch. We've got
a 459 stroker.
Four what?
It's a 428 stroke to a 459.
428 stroke to a 459. Trick flow heads runs real strong.
Real strong.
I mean,
low 11s.
This car runs low 11s all day long without winking an eye.
Yeah.
And it's got a manual valve body C6, we believe, with a 3500 stall.
Yeah.
So the car mechanically is there. It does not overheat. It has no issues at all. It's a very simple, reliable street hot rod.
And Chris G beats the shit out of it.
And the owner, Chris G, just pounds on it, and it just keeps taking it every single time he does it. So, it's really a little sweetie pie.
And we do gotta give a heads up to Bob.
Oh, I gotta go all out to Bob. I mean, Bob. We gotta. I don't even know what to say, but Bob built the car, the infamous Bob, and you know what? For an all-motor car, this thing's I would say this thing's an animal.
It's an animal.
It's an all-motor. What compressions you got this at?
I think it's 10.5.
Okay, so it's like a 10.5 motor. And again, it doesn't overheat. It's a turnkey, drive it around town, burn the tires off. We're not programming fuel injection. We're not messing with waste gates. We're not dicking around with all kinds of stupid nitrous bottles.
And you race anyone who pulls up next to you.
It's just a good running car. So what we want to do is create a good running appearance for a good running car. So Lamar, is there anything I'm missing?
That's about it. Let us know what you guys think on this color. I'm really for the Dodge, Challenger, Charger gray. That I don't know if it's called Battleship gray or Destroyer gray.
It's a real light gray,
with
right?
That black trim, I think it'll really make this car pop.
Would you safe to say it's like this gray here? It's like kind of similar.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, Jim's pushing this black, and...
Well, and Lamar's point, it creates a lot of work for us because, guys, look, you got holes down this whole car. And we're going to be welding and grinding and filling. And, yeah, it's a ton of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a ton of work. And, there is kind of something cool about that molding, right?
Yeah.
Somebody put a lot of work into that molding.
Or, just throwing this out there, I wouldn't do it, and I definitely don't think Chris G would do it, but polish and refurbish all the chrome.
Yeah.
Let's see what you guys think about that.
Yeah. We want your feedback. What would make this car look good and we're gonna see if we can get them to go with what all your answers are. If we can find consistency.
We don't want to hear no pussy shit like, oh, you gotta keep, oh, you gotta original this, original that.
Yeah, no. This car's way past original. And by the way, can I show you guys something for you young whippersnappers? This is the thickest door you're ever gonna see in your life. Look at my hand. It doesn't even cover the whole door. And look at how thick. This is not like hollow. This is a solid door hinge. Look at the size of this thing. So, I mean, this car is gigantic. Look at how big that is. It's insane. So anyway, it's a really cool car. It's definitely worth putting the time, effort, and money into. So give us your opinion, and we'll see. Obviously, we'll report back with, what it winds up being, right?
Throughout the process.
Yeah, throughout the process. All right, goodbye.